This evening, as you've all come here, we are talking about healing. And with myself talking about healing, I should tell you a little bit about myself first of all. So I had aunts and uncles, grandparents who were all healers. A lot of them were trance healers, where the spirit is talking through them and giving them healing. After that, I met someone called Betty Redwood, probably the best mediums in the UK, and trained with her for 20 years as well. And I've been teaching for the last 15 years. But with mediumship, often I am moving on spirits or ghosts from houses, and often spirits attached to people. But healing is the most important form of mediumship, which is why we're here this evening. Now, some of you have come across healing before, but all the time people want to know, what's taking place. You put your hands on someone, they get better. But we have to think of the bigger picture. And with all this, with the healing, when we're thinking of the bigger picture, what is taking place is your loved ones on the other side. So all the time with this, it's quite practical, it's quite logical. Your loved ones on the other side, we know they're still alive, we know they're still around because of all the clairvoyance that takes place all over the world. So they are still around. And you yourselves, with your loved ones here on the earth plane, you will do anything you can to help the people you know, your family, your loved ones, whoever they are. So when you pass over to the other side, you have spiritual sight. So you're looking at your loved ones, those you know on the earth plane, and you want to help them as much as you can. But with this sort of thing, I'm sure you've all heard it before, you need to ask for help. And this is what takes place. So the point is this, we all have free will. You don't have to ask for help. Your free will, what you do here this evening, what you're doing the next day, everything else. But time and time again, when you're giving readings to people, and what I'm basing this evening on is things that I have come across, not this book I've read or that book I've read. Time and time again, when you're giving readings to people, their loved ones come back. They give messages, but they're telling them how much they love them. But often they are saying to them, ask for my help. Because with all this sort of thing, you think, well, they're on the other side. They're going to do everything they can for you. But they can't draw close to you, really close to you, unless you ask them to. If you ask them to, they can draw very close to you, and the healing can be much more powerful. And it's the same sort of thing sometimes when you're dealing with someone who has a spirit attached to them or ghost in the house. They don't ask their loved ones for help. If they did, it may not have taken place in the first place. So you have free will and you need to ask. But once again, with the big picture, it's not always that simple, because when people come for healing, there's healing of the body, healing of the mind. There's a lot of people come for healing in our church in Chorlton here who have very, very busy lives, and they may not be a Christian or anything else. It doesn't matter about their beliefs or understanding. But if they have an open mind, and this is what this evening is about, opening one's mind to the idea that your loved ones are around you. If you can just accept they're around you and ask for help, when you come for healing, you walk through the doors, to a degree your mind is already open because you're asking for healing. And then when healing takes place, your loved ones on the other side don't automatically become healers. That's not what's taking place. But they have spiritual sight, and they have met thousands of people on the other side. So when you actually come in for healing, and someone's going to put their hands on you, your loved ones will take advantage of the situation because you're asking for healing. And if you ask your loved ones to draw close to you, they will be there. But they will bring with them healers from the other side. And we are shown time and time again in readings, various different things that take place, that you're all learning on the other side, and it takes time. And with the healing that takes place, often with the healers, which are mediums, that's all a healer is, it's a medium, someone opening the door from the other side. Sometimes they will sense nothing when the healing's taking place. Sometimes they may sense 12 people around the person they're giving healing to. It doesn't matter what they are sensing as such. The point is, they're there opening the door, putting their hands on you, and so your loved ones can draw close. And in a situation like our church, what is taking place, as the evening develops, with our church, with the mediums that come in, with the Bible reading, with the healing silence, the atmosphere of the church is building up, ready for the healing. What's happening with that is like attracts like. If you're doing it for the right reasons, and you're doing readings from the Zodiac or the Bible, whatever it is, you're raising the atmosphere, and the loved ones and those who can heal from the other side are drawing closer and closer. And with our church here at Chorlton, when the mediums come in, they all comment on the atmosphere in the room and how the energy has built up. And then by the end of the evening, when the healing has taken place, that's when the energy is correct. And new people often will sit there, and sometimes they can be in tears afterwards because they've never contemplated having hands-on healing. And it's an unusual thing, and often people won't come along for hands-on healing, but time and time again, when we have a coffee morning, people will come to the coffee morning for the clairvoyance. And that's what we want, a message from their loved ones. But when they see other people having healing and how much it can affect them, so they try healing, and it can be a massive new thing. So often people then ask, well, what's it like when I have healing if I've never had healing before? And that can vary tremendously. Some people are more open to healing than others, and it's the first time they've actually sat there and felt this energy around them can be quite powerful to them. And yes, some people do have tears in their eyes afterwards. Sometimes you'll sit there and have healing, and you might not feel anything much at all. But sometimes people go home and have the best night's sleep they've ever had for several months, and this is what can take place. So that's what healing's about, but it's always the bigger picture. It's always those around us or what's happening. And some people have healing who've had healing many times, and their minds are open. While they're having the healing, their minds basically lift up, and it's almost like they are feeling love, like they've never felt it before, and after healing they can take several minutes before they come back again. So this is what healing is about, and anybody who's wondered, should I have a go, just have a try, because time after time with our church, when we have the healing here, it makes a big difference to them. And I'm sure you can understand people in their lives, some lives are just so busy and so hectic that sometimes they come for the healing, and even sitting in the church for a couple of hours is the only peace and quiet they get all week. So that's what I advise anybody to try the healing.